I am The Miz! And say something to the audience, Maurice. That was wonderful, honey. You truly bring so much to the table and are certainly not just window dressing whose sole purpose of being in WWE is to follow me around from town to town, ironing my weird Matrix cloak dress that I wear. When my hand goes up, your mouth goes shut. When my right foot goes in, your right foot goes out. When my right foot goes in, you shake it all about. You do the stupid Miz dance and you turn yourself around. That's what it's all about. Because I'm The Miz and I'm awful.
Since apparently our GM either thinks this is funny, which is impossible, or is just not paying attention to his own show, I am this close to dialing 911 to report 2 counts of aggravated character assassination.
Whoa, Miz. Sasha and I were just having a little bit of fun out here. No need to go overboard. I mean, besides, you didn't even let me get to the best part. Other than showing everybody how big of a goof you are, the whole point of tonight was to debut my new singles title. You see, since you refused to give me an Intercontinental title shot, and then Triple H backed your little scheme with loser Bo Dallas, I was forced to make a title of my own.
You created your own title? Wow. What do you think this is? WWE2k19? This is real life. It's not pretend time. You don't get to make up your titles. In fact, this is the most pathetic thing I've ever seen. And I've seen your matches on the indies.
You want to talk about pathetic? I think someone who refuses to defend their title, that's pathetic. Because even though this championship is brand new,
the wait is over. This one's for all the marbles, and it's coming up next. We have one of the best talents on the roster to date versus a formidable opponent.
One looking to defend, the other looking to take away the crown. This is going to be great.
The following contest is a submission match and is for the undisputed Pro Wrestling Zone Championship.
The Indie Invader is here! It's Buzz!
Introducing the challenger.
I can't believe Buzz just sprung this title match stipulation on Elias. It's completely unfair.
I actually think it's kind of nice to see Buzz pull one over on his opponents for a change.
I agree. We're so accustomed to seeing Buzz at a disadvantage. Finally tonight, he gets a match on his terms.
Oh, I thought broadcast journalists weren't supposed to be biased, but I guess I was wrong.
Vertical suplex.
Nice. Oh, nasty impact.
I know anything is possible, but I just can't envision a new champ being crowned here tonight. The champ just comes into tonight with too much momentum.
Beautiful tope atomico.
Nicely done. Byron, I agree that the champ comes into tonight with a great deal of momentum, but like you said, anything can happen. We've seen champs get upset in the past. Who's to say it can't happen again here tonight?
Agreed. I don't think anybody expected Eddie Guerrero to defeat Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship back in 2004, but hey, it happened. And it's further proof that any superstar can beat any other superstar on any given night.
Oh, continuing to punish them.
Ooh, what an up! Call me crazy, but this might be one of those rare instances where the champion actually enters the match as the underdog. I know it sounds odd, but it really seems like the champ is up against a headwind here.
Back in from the floor. You're not crazy, Byron. The champ certainly has an uphill battle here, and while it's rare, we have seen the challenger head into the match as the heavy favorite. Bruno Sammartino challenging Stan Stasiak in 1973 immediately comes to mind, as does Diesel squaring off against Bob Backlund in 1994.
Wait, did you really just say that Saxton is not crazy, Cole? Man, just when I started to think you might be all right, you go and say something ridiculous like that.
Tossed around like a rag doll.
We've seen champions head into matches maybe a little too confident, only to be picked off in the end. And guys, I can't help but wonder if we're going to see that again here tonight.
Oh boy, he is rolling. Man.
Brutal knee right to the face. Elias got blasted there.
He wants to do this in the ring. Speaking of champions heading into matches a bit overconfident, one of the most glaring examples of that. Uh-oh. Oh, this is going to be nasty. This is going to be bad.
Oh, my gosh. Victory is on the horizon.
Lariat. Uh-oh. Words are being exchanged here.
Can't this wait till after the match?
Club to the back, up into the electric chair.
Oh boy.
German suplex. Harsh in. What does Buzz have in store?
We're about to find out.
He's gonna do it.
Is he done? Oh, and he releases the hold.
Wow. Part of me thought that was it, Cole.
Drop kick.
It's the mark.
What's he going to do with it? Gets out of the way of that one.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Eludes that one. And Byron, this takes a ton of strength to pull off, am I right?
Oh, you are definitely right, Michael. But you also have to remember how much energy it drains to pull off. Obviously a great opportunity here for the challenger, who can't afford to make any mistakes here tonight. Not when you're in the ring with a champion as dominant as this one.
What a stomp.
Good grief. Oh, Buzz just barely got out of the way.
Looks like the champ is starting to crack. Guys, he's going to have to turn things around quickly if he wants to win this thing.
Man, he was making it look easy there for a moment, which is pretty impressive considering who he's in the ring with. Oh, Buzz just barely got out of the way.
Great agility.
Taking off his feet here.
And it's moves like that that make him so dangerous.
And again, unbelievable. What does Buzz have in store?
We're about to find out.
He's going to do it.
Is he done? Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
He's barking about something now.
This is uncalled for.
Here's Elias taking advantage.
Powerbomb!
Both of these superstars looking a little worse for wear right now.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Bringing it back into the ring. Oh! He's going for it all. Elias setting it up.
Oh
boy. Great job escaping, trying to turn this thing around.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
The longer this fight goes on, the more wear and tear on each competitor. Who is going to have enough to pick up the win? Drop kick!
Oh, great height.
This is what makes him one of the best in the business.
Beautiful technique.
Oh, Buzz just barely got out of the way.
You gotta believe this one's over.
That's what you call a bad landing. So much for crowning a new champion tonight.
Oh, come on. Don't have it end like this.
You showed up at the place. You insult me and my wife, and then cut every corner possible by creating your own title. Not to mention forcing Elias to compete with a random stipulation he wasn't prepared for. Well, I am sick of it. You want your match? You got it. My legitimate, illustrious title versus your second-rate imaginary title. At Hell in a Cell, we're done playing make-believe because I'm gonna show you what it's like to live in the real world.
Buzz has his match with The Miz, so what's Kurt Angle doing out here?
I'm glad you two are finally going to face off, one-on-one. That's right, Maurice, Elias, and the Miztourage will be banned from ringside. And since Buzz's title is on the line, the match will be held under his title stipulations, which means it will be a submission match.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
The championship is up for grabs. Coming up next, we have a real fan favorite versus The Miz.
There is nothing better than championship caliber matches.
Buzz is about to start trending. Here we go. Buzz's title and the Intercontinental title are on the line tonight in a submission match at WWE Hell in a Cell.
Buzz has everything to gain and nothing to lose. His made-up title is absolutely meaningless.
If that's true, then why did Miz issue the challenge?
Because, like most of us, he was tired of Buzz's antics and thought this would shut him up for once and for all. Little did he know that thanks to our wonderful GM, he'd have to compete under Buzz's ridiculous rules.
Well, none of this would have happened if Miz hadn't weaseled his way out of an Intercontinental title defense. Nonetheless, that's all history, and certainly more history will be made tonight.
Guys, a loss here for the champion would be incredibly embarrassing, especially considering all the trash talking I'm told that's been going on behind the scenes. I don't want to reveal my sources, but let's just say there's been some pretty harsh words being tossed around.
Oh, what a drop kick. On the mark. Inside the ring now. I don't know who your sources are, Corey, but it wouldn't surprise me at all to learn that the champion has been a little cocky heading into this one.
And there's nothing wrong with that, Michael, especially considering just how dominant the champ has been of late. When you're that good, you have every right to bow your chest out a little bit.
I can tell you guys that this arena sold out in record time, and a lot of that has to do with this match in the ring right now. This is easily one of the most anticipated title matches in recent memory. Oh my goodness, this hurts! Oh! Onto the back of the neck.
Like you were saying, Michael, when news broke that this title match would take place here, I had dozens of people I know in and around the area calling and texting, just hoping I could get them tickets. That's how big this match is.
Isn't that cute? Your friends actually think you have enough pull around here to get them tickets. Poor people. Guys, in a title match like this one, on a stage as big as the one we're on now, you have to wonder how much nerves will become a factor.
Oh, he's such a tough target. Into the powerbomb position now.
And that's not necessarily where you want to be at this point in the match.
Circling back to your earlier point, Corey, you have to think nerves will play a big part in this match, which I think favors the champion, especially considering how many times the champ's been in big-time matches like this.
I'd agree. The champ is used to the bright lights and bright stage. Dare I say, it's almost second nature at this point.
Believe it or not, fellas, some people are speculating whether the champ should have to defend the gold against what some are calling inferior competition here tonight.
Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, boy, he is rolling.
Look at this. He let it go.
Curious decision there, Michael.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is going to be nasty. This is going to be bad. Watch the impact. Corey, I think you're just trying to drum up controversy. I haven't heard any whispers about the champion having to defend against inferior competition.
Yeah, inferior competition? That's nuts. I'm willing to bet the champ started that rumor in an attempt to get into his opposition's head. Either that or Corey's just making stuff up, as you alluded to, Michael.
The Miz with a nice reversal.
If you ask me, fellas, this championship match is among the most highly anticipated that we've seen in quite some time.
Nobody controls the pace of a match quite like this guy. Uh-oh. Like you, Corey, I've had this championship match on my radar for quite some time, and so far, I think it's safe to say that it hasn't disappointed.
No, it definitely hasn't, Michael, which is saying something, considering fans' expectations heading into tonight. I can tell you that they saw this as a potential match of the year candidate, and so far, I think it's delivered. A lot of people are saying the champion has never looked better, but that doesn't mean we can't see an upset here tonight.
This might be it.
Oh, my.
Nailed it. As Byron was talking earlier about the champ being a heavy favorite here tonight, I couldn't help but think back to the night Santino Marella defeated Umaga for the Intercontinental Championship in 2007. I don't think there was a person alive who thought Santino had even a sliver of hope.
Yeah, including Santino himself. But hey, as the old saying goes, anything can happen in the WWE.
Stump puller leg snap.
That's going to hurt. Tear your hamstring.
Boom, what impact. Uh-oh.
This just ain't gonna do it.
Interesting decision here, Corey.
I don't know. I kind of like it. He clearly wants to inflict some more punishment.
Walking around the city earlier today, guys, the only thing anybody was talking about was this title match. Everywhere I went, from the coffee shop to the bookstore, everybody was talking about this match. It might be cliche, but it's true here. It ain't over till it's over.
Byron, I had a similar experience as you this morning. Nearly every person at the gym I went to was talking about this title match, and rightfully so. This is an absolutely huge match.
Okay, wait. Let me get this straight. Byron spent the morning at the bookstore, while you, Cole, went to the gym. Man, that's brilliant. You guys have any other jokes?
Oh, what incredible power. Wow, what a vertical suplex. Guys, these superstars really do appear to be in peak physical condition here tonight, which isn't surprising considering what's on the line here in this championship match. Stump puller leg snap.
That's going to hurt. Tear your hamstring.
I gotta agree with you, Michael. These superstars are in tremendous shape, and from what I understand, the champ has been hitting the gym twice daily in preparation for tonight.
I heard the same thing, Saxton. Once in the morning, then again at night after the show, which makes me wonder when the champ...
What does Buzz have in store? We're about to find out.
Oh, he's gonna do it!
Is he done? He releases it.
And you can debate whether or not that would have been the end. Interesting decision there.
He's looking at it. Is he done? Going for something else, it seems.
I suspect he knows something that we don't, Cole. Why else would he just let him out of that hole?
Now the old vicious head crank.
Look at the torque.
Oh, continuing to punish them. Boom, what a drop kick.
On the mark. I think this is the beginning of the end. Figure four leg lock.
But I don't know how much gas he has left, guys.
Locked in.
If that doesn't end it, I don't know what will. That's it. The Miz just ended.
Watch it. Miz. Is he done?
He did it. The Miz holds on to the title.
This is what WWE's all about.
And the DDT. Slammed with authority.
Earth-shaking power slam.
Ooh, what impact. Oh, what impact.
He's starting to stagger a bit. I fully expect him to bounce back, though. This is the type of one-on-one atmosphere where he thrives.
Yeah, he's taking on some offense here, but that's to be expected, especially considering who he's in the ring with.
By the looks of things, I don't think he expected his opponent to be as motivated as he clearly is here tonight. He has such a wide array of offense from anywhere in the ring. What are we going to see here?
Hung up on the second rope.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her women's championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
Harsh impact. Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
When Natalya had Charlotte locked in the sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that was until Dana Brooke distracted Daddy, giving Charlotte the opening to lock on the figure eight and force Natalya to
This could be all she wrote.
Nailed it.
That has got to be it.
Man, this has been a great matchup. Powerbomb. Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of the submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using a submission maneuver. For superstars who aren't proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't win, but they need to perfect applying a submission move quickly. Come on, Corey, try and keep up.
Hellacious power slam.
When we talk about submission matches, we have to speak about one that, in many people's eyes, set the standard. It was WrestleMania 13. Bret the Hitman Hart was in a heated rivalry with a brash star on the rise named Stone Cold Steve Austin. This match started like no other submission match, with the two superstars battling in the crowd and attempting to use ring steps as a weapon.
Byron, you mentioned the submission match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin at WrestleMania 13. The rivalry between the Hitman and Stone Cold was so intense that WWE had no choice but to appoint mixed martial arts champion Ken Shamrock as the special guest referee. The Hitman didn't waste any time focusing his assault on Austin's injured knee.
Steve Austin was busted open, and in the ringside area, it looked like a tornado went through. Once locked in the sharpshooter, Austin refused to give up. Stone Cold passed out due to the excruciating pain, which was considered a submission, giving the Hitman the victory. If it's not the greatest match of all time, it's certainly in the discussion.
One of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. Uh-oh, we're gonna see it! Oh, no.
The most electrifying move in all of entertainment. Byron, you brought up that a submission match, elbow drop.
Piercing.
That's how you put an exclamation point on the end of a match, guys. You gotta believe this one's over.
Oh! Comes up big with a reversal.
Suplex. Oh, what a drop kick.
On the mark.
At this point, you have to figure that the next person to apply a submission will win.
In a submission match, the name of the game is to make your opponent tap out from a submission move. There have been so many submission specialists throughout the history of this great business. Bret Hitman Hart, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar, William Regal, and Daniel Bryan are a few who come to mind. And on the women's side, I think about Alundra Blaze, Natalya, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, and the boss, Sasha Banks.
They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts. Corey, earlier you spoke about a submission match, and one thing I'd like to point out is that a submission match is not necessarily the same as an I Quit match. The key difference is that a submission match requires the use of a submission maneuver. In an I Quit match, victory can be achieved by bringing your opponent to the point where they quit as a result of the overall punishment they've received in the match.
That's an important distinction, Michael, especially since a superstar can win an I Quit match by using a submission maneuver. For superstars who aren't proficient in submission moves, they enter this type of match at a disadvantage. It doesn't mean they can't win, but they need to perfect applying a submission move quickly. Come on, Corey, try and keep up.
The WWE Universe witnessed a classic submission match at 2016's Extreme Rules event. The Queen, Charlotte Flair, defended her women's championship against Natalya. The one thing I thought was unfair about the match is that there was a ban against the Nature Boy Ric Flair being at ringside. If Flair appeared, Charlotte would lose the match and her women's crown.
Corey, you spoke of the submission match between Charlotte Flair and Natalya, and I need to point out that this match was not Flair's figure eight versus Natalya's sharpshooter. Victory could be achieved by making your opponent tap out to any submission maneuver. I think we all know why the Nature Boy was banned from ringside.
When Natalya had Charlotte locked in the sharpshooter, it seemed that the Queen of Hearts was going to be crowned the new champion. Of course, that was until Dana Brooke distracted Natty, giving Charlotte the opening to lock on the figure eight and force Natalya to submit. It wouldn't be a Flair match without a little bit of controversy, would it?
When this guy's on, look out. He's making a statement here with this attack. There can only be one top dog here in the WWE, and a win here will go a long way in solidifying one of these guys' claims of being the best in the business.
This might be it!
Oh, my.
Slam! I had the chance to tour the WWE Performance Center earlier today, which is not too far from us here in Orlando. It's such an amazing state-of-the-art facility.
What are we going to see here?
Hung up. Ah, what a neck breaker. Each of these competitors is looking for the slightest hint of weakness in the other. I had the chance to tour the WWE Performance Center earlier today, which is not too far from us here in Orlando. It's such an amazing state-of-the-art facility.
one of the things a superstar who's competing in a submission match has to be careful of is if they have an injury or have been injured in the past and people know about it. You can bet in a submission match that your opponent is going to target that body part immediately. It's like having a giant bullseye on an arm, leg, ankle, or shoulder.
Byron, you brought up that a submission match can be especially dangerous for a competitor who's injured or had a known injury. I think that's why it's just as important in a submission match to be able to reverse the submission move from an opponent as it is to apply a submission maneuver to an opponent. If a superstar can't reverse an opponent's submission, then they're certainly going to be in trouble.
Some superstars have more than one submission at their disposal, and it becomes a pick-your-poison scenario for their opponent. It also depends on the match. Some submission matches are based on winning via a submission move, and others involve a competitor having to use the specific submission they've chosen.
He might have it.
Death Valley bomb. This is his opportunity to win this thing.
There's got to be some point in the match where those thoughts start to creep in that it could be over. And then you got to dig down deep, get rid of the self-doubt, and continue on toward victory. No, reverses it. No, there's the reversal. Not today.
What a brutal beating we've seen dished out so far here tonight.
They get dangerous out here, especially when there are no countouts. Both these superstars appear to be operating on fumes here, guys.
And the
DDT!
oh boy, he is rolling.
Ooh! Oh, and it's a reversal. Oh, to the arm. Terrible.
This capacity crowd starting to sense the end is near, and I don't disagree.
I think this one's over. Gets out of the way of that one. Oh, no, he's taken down.
You know, I don't think he has much left.
Both of these, here it is. Unbelievable. This singles match is over.